I mean, because look, I've thought this several times during the conversation we're having today. There are so many things about talking about China that remind me very much of talking about North Korea. Mm-hmm. And it seems to me the main difference, I'm sure there's many, but the main one is China is so economically in a good place right now, and North Korea is absolutely destitute.
Right.
But in both cases, it's hard to get a good feel for exactly what the populace of the country feels and how they think about things that are going on, and they're both being suppressed in these ways, or I guess.
Well, see, so it's no one knows the right word for it. Okay, even the people who work on this all the time don't quite know how to describe this because Xi Jinping is more repressive. But you mentioned happiness before, and this is very important.
Yep.
The people are, by most indices, happier. And again, here, back to your question about how do you know, this is anecdotal. But having worked in China for 30 years, I would say that most Chinese people support most Communist Party policies most of the time because they believe that you need an authoritarian government to provide basic stability in this vast country in order to develop economically. And they have gotten so much wealthier so fast. They have a bigger middle class than the United States. They have a bigger middle class than we do. And so this is, they're not, I've talked about repression and I've talked about the limits on the freedom of speech, but you go to China and people are not skulking in the streets. Again, you feel energy, optimism, ambition. And so we don't have a good way to describe this amalgam that China's become. Suppression, like you say, that doesn't quite fit. We don't have a good word.
Right.